Mahalo, everybody. I'm Josh Stone for Inside Maui, where we find those hard answers for the tough questions. We'll see you soon.
You are Inside Maui. You're inside. You're on the inside. Inside Maui. Stay tuned.
Okay, hot topics. These are issues that have been politically hot for the past few years. Quickie, vacation rentals.
Well, that's a really hot topic because it's being discussed right now in council, and it was in my committee for years. Went out to the planning commissions, and my leaning right now would be to go with the planning commission recommendations.
Which is?
And I think the planning commission is recommending that it only the law stay like it is.
So they're legal.
So they're legal only in a hotel zone.
Okay.
Okay. Now, that doesn't preclude people from doing them legally, but they have to go through a process. They have to go through a special use process or a conditional use process. They need to go through that process if they want to conduct a vacation rental. That process gives the opportunity for the neighbors to be more involved in the decision about whether or not they want or will tolerate having a vacation rental in their neighborhood. And I think that's the way it should be.
And specifically, at the moment, it reads that they're only allowed in residential. Is that correct?
Yes. I think
they're not allowed in ag at all.
Well, no, it can go, I think...
It has to go through special use to be in ag, right? Whereas it's conditional use in residential.
It's a little bit different.
What about places, for example, that are like farms that want to generate income by doing B&B stuff? Do you feel for them, or you don't think that's a...
No, they have a process to go through. I mean, anybody can apply.
Right.
And go through a process. I mean, we have, as a council, approved vacation rentals in ag zones. I mean, we have already, so it's not like we never did it.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Is your planning department going to get more aggressive on it? Are they going to be enforcing that?
Well, here we come to another little thing about personnel. We got 3 inspectors. That's all.
I know them all personally.
Yeah. For everything. So it's hard, but that will be something we have to work on.
Right.
I think once the council has their discussion, if it looks like they're going to actually, take action and vote on it reasonably soon, then we'll be forced into enforcement. I mean,
What about the argument that it generates a lot of income for the North Shore? Does that jibe with you, or
no, it doesn't. Okay. I think it may generate income for the North Shore, but at what cost? At what cost to the residents? And the residents who are having to deal with the impacts of the vacation rentals, they should count too.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They're your constituents. How do you feel about agricultural development? Specifically,
the gentleman farms?
Gentleman farms.
Oh, I don't like those at all. Not at all.
That's a direct answer. Oh. Do you think that the farm plan requirement is working at all?
No. Because it's not being, from what I understand, the farm plan isn't required until you do the farm dwelling.
That's correct.
So I would like to see that changed. If you're on ag land and you're going to pretend to be a farmer or do something with your ag land that's agricultural, that plan be presented up front. We're going to be looking at this whole thing because the state has passed a law, the Important Ag Lands Act, and this year in the legislature they're coming up with the incentive package that's for people to actually say they're going to keep their land in ag. We, last year or a year and a half ago, the former mayor started some discussions regarding definition of agriculture. And we wrestled with this as a council when we were doing the ag bill many years ago when Kalani English and Saul Koho'ohalahala were on the council. And we, in order to get the bill passed, we didn't really get into the finite definitions. Now, I have been, and the definition that was sent down to the council really wasn't a definition of anything. It was just notes from the meeting and people saying you should consider this, consider that, whatever. There was no proposal. There was no law. So that doesn't help us. So what I am proposing, among all the little other things I'm doing, is that we will get into that ag definition and really come out with definitions that make sense in conjunction with the state law and what they're doing at the state legislature. I kind of foresee, and this would be my plan, to look at agriculture in different classifications. Just as you have residential classifications, R1, R2, R3, R0, you could have Ag 1, Ag 2, Ag 3, Ag 4. Then perhaps when we start separating out what the subsistence ones are, what the conservation ones are, what the monocrops are, size and whatever, or revenues, then we have a much better chance at actually wrapping our arms around and controlling this ag development.
Aloha, I'm Josh Stone, and you're watching Inside Maui on MauiToday.tv.